And I started recording already. All right. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Hello, everybody. Now, no matter where you go, wherever you visit, people always have different opinions on what exactly the Seven Wonders are. Seems like they're always changing. For many people, the reason why they travel all over the world is to visit one of these Seven Wonders. So we came up with our own Seven Wonders of the world, and what makes them interesting and what makes them unique. The ones we chose was the Statue of Liberty, the Pyramid of Giza, the Great Wall of China, Stonehenge, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Colosseum, and the Taj Mahal. First, the Statue of Liberty. That's what it looks like. The Statue of Liberty is stationed in Liberty Island, New York, United States of America. However, it was not built in the United States, only the pedestal was. The whole statue itself was actually built in France between the years of 1875 and 1886. It was, like I said, by the French in recognition of the friendship they gained after the American Revolution. This amazing gift to the United States was supposed to be somewhat of a beacon of democracy and freedom to all. The construction, it started in September of 1875 and was completed on October 28, 1886. It took longer than expected due to French finances as well as American finances. So a guy named Joseph Pulitzer, that I'm sure many of you have heard of, he came up with a drive for donations to help fund the construction of the Statue of Liberty. Over 120,000 people contributed to this drive, even if it was less than $1. It's changed a lot over the years. It was originally administered by the United States Lighthouse Board. Then in 1901, it was changed to handed over to the Department of War, and then again changed in 1933 to the National Park Services. It's closed many times over the years for restorations and rebuilding stuff, falling parts and stuff. And it's closed other times for safety and security reasons, especially after 9/11. The pedestal was reopened in 2004, and the statue itself in 2009. Next is the Pyramid of Giza, which will be presented by Valerie.
This is the Pyramid of Giza, and it's 455 feet tall. And something that I thought was cool about it was that until 1984, they actually let tourists climb up the sides of it, but then too many people were dying, so they stopped letting people do it. The Pyramid of Giza is built on the Giza Plateau, and it was built during the 4th dynasty, which was 2550 BC. And 20 to 30,000 local farmers and villagers built it, and they were provided food and shelter during their shifts and whatnot. And they were built the Pyramid of Giza was built for Pharaoh Khufu, and his queen, and then there was one built for his son and another pharaoh as well, but we just did the main one. It took 23 years to build the Pyramid of Giza, and they worked 10-hour shifts, and they worked for 10 days, and they'd have a day off. And during the years, the outside marble has eroded, and so the size has went from 33 feet, has decreased 33 feet, and the original entrance is a lot smaller now too. And then about 3 million people visit it a year. And the next one is the Great Wall of China, which hangs in.
The Great Wall of starts at Hushan in Liaoning and it ends at Jiayuguan Pass in Guangzhou. And it was built during the Warring States period during the 7th century BC. And most people say that the ancient Chinese laboring people built the wall, like soldiers, slaves, and the common people, but it was built under the instruction by Emperor Qin. And they built this for defense against potential enemies or nomadic tribes. The wall took around 2,000 years to build because after different dynasties would add on more to the wall, or they would rebuild the wall because some parts got destroyed. And it has changed by, it lost its military functions, no more used as a defense against enemies. It's more used as a tourist attraction, and about 4 million people visit this wall per year, and they have a limit of 53,000 people per day. Then next is the Stonehenge. The stones are very tall and they weigh about from 2 tons to 25 tons. And it's in southern England. It's located on a hill, and the Stonehenges there's 3 phases. This one is the 3rd phase. The first phase is an outer circle, and the second phase is another circle inside of it, in between the first one and the third one. And the first phase was built around 3100 BC. The second one was built around 2150 BC, and the third one was started during 2000 BC. And many people have different opinions on who built them. Some say the native nomadic tribe of England built them, some say the Druids built them, some say the Greeks built them. And no one knows why it was built, but there are many theories on it, like they say it's for human sacrifice, or for keeping track of time, or for worshipping the sun god. And this took about 1,600 years to build, and it's changed by the 2 circles aren't there anymore. This part is the inner circle's the only part left because of weather conditions and other causes. And about 800,000 people visit it each year. And next is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which will be presented by Brittany.
Okay, here's a picture of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and the current degree that it leans at, because it has changed over time. And it's located in Pisa, Italy, obviously. And it started on August 9th of 1173, and it was temporarily completed. And then again in 1665, and it often goes through restorations, so it's kind of never finished. And there's much controversy over who made it, who originally designed it, and a lot of studies have been done and indicated that a man named Lavi, he is responsible for the design of it, but he didn't necessarily build it or order the building of it. He just drew up the first design. And it was originally made to be a bell tower, and that's kind of what caused it to lean. There was a weak surface under it that they built it on, and then the bells were really heavy, and over time it caused it to start to lean, and then they tried to fix it, but it was just supposed to be a bell tower that stood next to the Cathedral of Pisa, and it took about 492 years to make it, and like I said, it's constantly undergoing construction, and they're trying to keep it from toppling over, so they're constantly adding supports to one side or taking weight off another to try to keep it from falling over, because they want to save it as long as they can. And originally it did not lean. It didn't lean at all when they first built it, and then about 1990 it was said to be at an angle of 5.5 degrees, so they did some major work on it to try to keep it from falling over, and then now it leans at 3.9 degrees, and about 1 million people a year visit it. And whenever somebody goes to Italy, that's usually one of the things they want to see. And the next one I'm going to do is the Colosseum, and that's a daytime picture of it from one side, and then that's the nighttime view of it with all the lights on it and whatnot. And it's located in Rome, Italy, and it was began construction in 72 AD, and it was finished in 80 AD. And the emperors of the Flavian dynasty were responsible for making it, and they did this so that they could host games there and certain types of entertainment that were free to the public, and they were a symbol of prestige, and they helped increase the popularity of the emperors. So kind of like what you see in movies, they had like gladiator games there, they wrestle lions and whatnot. And it took 8 years to construct it. And how it's changed is the south side of the Colosseum, like you saw in that picture, is almost completely fallen down. It's only got one level left. And that was because of an earthquake in 1847. And over the years, it's endured like lots of weather phenomena, so it's caused a lot of wear and tear. So it's not as pretty as it originally was, but it still looks pretty cool in my opinion. And about 5 million people a year visit it. And it's like really rich in Roman and Italian culture, and you can feel that when you go there. I have some family that's visited, and they said that you feel like you're in that time when you go in there. And people travel from all over the world to see this piece of history. And the next is the Taj Mahal, and Mr. Patel's going to present it.
So Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is considered as a symbol of love. So it was basically made for the symbol for love. So Taj Mahal was built on the bank of river Yamuna. The Yamuna river is considered like a secret place, a secret river in India. So this site was selected on base of the religious thing, and also it's a very peaceful site. So it was like this site. When it was built in 1632, and it took like almost 22 years to build. Then who built it? That Taj Mahal was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, and he has a dream that he will make something that will be remembered forever. And so he come up with this idea to make a Taj Mahal. So he started collecting information and started contacting different people from all over the world. And he come up with one architect whose name was Ustad Ahmed Lowry. He was from Persia. So, and by taking help of 22 or 20,000 workers, he started building Taj Mahal, and it took almost like 20 years to build. Then why he built was that he was a very good wife, and he was in love with her. And at the time of the childbirth, she accidentally died. And so in order to remember her, he built this building. And really this building is like a grave, and there is a tomb of her wife there. And so people visit here. It's like a monument. So Taj Mahal is basically a monument where the Mumtaz Mahal, that is the name of the queen, is resting there. And mostly when you can visit this place is that you can visit from February to November, because India is a tropical climate. So it's very hot in summer, it has a rainy season too, and it has a cold season, which is moderate cold. So from January, February and November, that's a very cold and moderate weather. So you can visit that. After February, it gets started warm and it's very hot. And as the May passes, it started raining. So that's not good time to visit, but the November to February is a very good time to visit. Again, most thing I would like to point is that it's made of white marble. White marbles are very precious, and the main thing for that is that it reflects the lights. So when you visit, make sure that it's a sunny day, and it's the best time to visit is in the moonlight. Because in the moonlight, it reflects the lights of the moon, and it looks very good and beautiful. Now, other information about the building is it has also 4 other buildings. So, gateway of Taj Mahal. The gateway of Taj Mahal is very good and it's very beautiful. So, it's one kind you will like to visit. Number 2 is the garden of the Taj Mahal. 3 is the water fountain and the mosque. Those are the 4 buildings you can visit there. According to World Heritage, according to UNESCO, it has World Heritage ranking, and almost 3 million people from all over the world visit, and mostly like 50 million of Indians visit Taj Mahal each year. And that's how people visit all over the world. So we discussed all 7 wonders, and these are the best wonders ever made by the humankind. So they are made by man. So we had to respect them, because these are very best pieces which will be remain forever and ever. We have to keep in mind that it's our duty to just save this for our future generation. So I hope that we will respect this and we will save this so that our future generation can visit this place. Thank you very much.